Hey, I'm Tony K. Welcome to Transformation School. I just watched 3 great Arkose reviews on YouTube, but none of them had shown what to do with the bird accessories in vehicle mode. The 3 birds each have a little round peg that can work in Arkose's shoulders, but this bird has a longer peg similar to the machine gun handle that fits in Arkose's hand and also fits in the peg on his dashboard, although not securely in every direction. This peg is a bit loose. Turn it sideways, it works. To the other side, that works. And backwards, doesn't work. But I would also like to keep the machine gun accessory here, which I find easiest to put in from the side and then turn it into place. So where would this bird go? I would put him in the roof rack, support bars, safety structure, I'm not sure what to call it, right in the corner. And he just slides right in there. And for the other 2 birds, we're going to look at the back of the car. We have these holes for the pins of the elbow, but these holes also work well for the bird pegs. There's nothing in Arkose's instructions about putting the birds on the vehicle mode, but I often transform my figures, and if I put Arkose into vehicle mode and then put them back on the shelf for a while, I don't want the birds just hanging around. I really like to be able to attach the accessories to the vehicle mode. Peg the hands back in a bit under the motor. Now these birds are made from clear plastic. They're just painted, and I am afraid that someday their posts are going to snap off. While I have Arkose in vehicle mode, I've got Spike and Daniel from the MP 22 Ultra Magnus. So Spike is just a little too tall. His butt doesn't quite sit down on the seat. His arms don't quite reach the steering wheel. Daniel fits in there perfectly. He's ready to shoot some Decepticons. Let's see how Spike from MP Optimus fits in the car. Oh, he fits in there way better. Accessory and weapon storage in vehicle mode is pretty important to me. This, and this are examples of bad weapon storage. Right here we have an example of good weapon storage. This accessory storage isn't bad, but we can only store this accessory or the weapon here. We can't store them both at the same time. I'm not sure if we would call this accessory storage, but it's good. Here we have an amazing example of accessory storage. Accessory, accessory, weapon storage, and accessory storage. The weapon storage on this MP Optimus isn't bad. His gun folds up in this back section here, except that we can only get the gun out once he's in robot mode. This back panel won't open up with his body folded up for vehicle mode. I think this bird storage works great. This is kind of neat, although it looks like he's dropping a poop on Spike, and this weapon storage looks really cool. I just remembered that I wanted to show you that Arkose fits in the MP trailer. I just picked up a Titans Returns Headmaster. This here is Blur. Let's see if he fits in here. Yeah, that works. Let's look at Arkose with my Autobot lineup. Bumblebee, Prowl, Wheeljack, Trax, Sideswipe, MP28, Hot Rodimus, Ironhide, Bad Cubes, Warrior Wardog, an oversized KO of iGear's spray, Sea Spray. This was available through sirtoys.com. And here we can see him at the truck stop with MP Optimus Prime and MP22 Ultra Magnus with Perfect Edition trailer. We'll take a quick look at his G1 toy inspired face. This is his cartoon face, and I've got a large gap between the visor and the side of the head. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if that's the way that the visor was just glued on. It makes it easy to pull the face off because your fingernails can get right behind that visor. The G1 Beachcomber was one of my absolute most favorite Transformers growing up, but I still prefer a cartoon accurate face on this figure. And then, I apologize, but I'm not going to be putting the golden hand on. This is from the Golden Lagoon episode. What I gathered from MGo's review, this hand is painted and when he was putting his hand on, his paint got scratched or chipped. I don't know what the future of my Arkose figure is, but if it does have another owner someday, I want to be able to give them a nice minty gold hand. But at least from having a painted hand as opposed to gold plastic, we shouldn't run into gold plastic syndrome, where gold plastic tends to age poorly and crack and crumble. However, our birds are made out of clear plastic, and clear plastic also has its own syndrome. So let's get this guy over to the Transformer shelf. Here we have Arkose with our Decepticon lineup, Masterpiece and third party. I've got a couple of chugs in there as place fillers in the back. And here we have Arkose with our Autobot lineup. And that is all for today's lesson, everybody. If you would like to earn some extra credits, stick around after the bell. Class dismissed.